Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. As you know, I've been working a lot here lately, and I've been doing this weekly, so bear with me as I get everything prepared for what's coming in the future. I've been planning a lot and trying to accumulate things to make this channel grow a little bit. But right now, these are just the birth processes of everything, the labor pains, should I say. What I kind of want to stress on today is sexual energy, harnessing it, using it. This one's kind of was a hard one for me, and still is in a way. Don't get me wrong. It's very tempting, should I say. When you focus on eliminating the pleasure of things, right? And you focus on the purpose of things, which is your will with divine, right? And in harmony and in sync, you'll see things starting to unfold themselves naturally to you. But one of the key things is also learning how to use your sexual energy. It doesn't mean you can't be in a relationship. It doesn't mean anything like that. You know what I mean? I can only speak from my experience. As for me, right now, you know what I'm saying? Like you already know my background. You know what I mean? I'm 3 months out of the penitentiary and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get back on track of things. You know, so one of the key things that I took to heart was to eliminate the sexual energy, the temptations of physical pleasure, should I say. Isn't the fact that I won't ever have it again. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just I know the ties that happens when you jump into situations or relations real fast, and what it brings. You know, what I've been noticing though this time around is the awareness, the clarity, the strength. It's like you tap into a fountain of youth in a way. You know what I mean? Like your body starts rejuvenating itself. I've had some like chills all of a sudden, and it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But it also, for me, you know, I've noticed too though, it's been attracting the female energy to me. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. It's like it knows. You know what I mean? Like they know. You know what I mean? But it's not in a way of like I want to have sex with them or anything like that. It's just I'm starting to see more relationships build up with more females. You know, my workouts are way more stronger. The reason why I'm bringing this topic up is, man, is because you know I've had sexual experiences since I was a kid. You know what I mean? Since I'm talking about very young, very young, before my teens. You know what I mean? I didn't know what it was. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna get into all that detail, but it's one of the things that has been hard for me to let go of. You know, this is probably the area of my life that has had the biggest impact on my life. But when you let go of pleasure to focus on purpose, your divine walk makes more sense. You start seeing how the mind works, what really controls your universe. A lot of people have the tendency to think God is up here. You know, they have, because the way religion makes it seem is that we're looking towards the heavens. But in reality, the heavens are here in the heart space. And I know biblically it says, wide is the gate, narrow is the door. When you learn how to harness this energy, and you learn how to allow yourself to surrender completely, you'll notice that this gate opens. Okay? And when this gate opens, it's the matter of focus. But focus isn't what you think it is. It isn't just trying to pay attention. It's releasing attention and expanding peripheral. But to expand peripheral is to understand what that means in the spiritual world. You know what I mean? Because peripheral here is different. We could expand on peripheral easily, right? But in the spiritual, it's different. It's a all-knowing of awareness. It's not only what you can see, but it's also what you can feel and experience at the moment and know, right? But without having the focus of awareness. And it's tricky to explain this, but that's what it is. It's like an experience, you know. And what the gate is, the two pillars of the gate, to me, honestly, what I learned is when it opens, you know what I'm saying, is that the emotions represent the female aspect. The thought represents the male aspect, right? And so it's when I can surrender both the emotion and the thought, then what comes next is the action, okay? And what the action is, for me, is the experience of that moment. The expanding the peripheral, me taking action, me taking the experience, me taking that moment to absorb that experience. That's the action for me. Because at that all-knowing moment, at that moment, I can experience it forever, how long I can have it. I mean, I could hold it for, I don't know, I think maybe 15, 20, 30 seconds, maybe. You know what I mean? I know there are probably people that could probably do it longer, but, you know, in that moment, though, is where, like, you're there. You know, you're there. And the reason why sexual energy was important for me on this area is because it's one of the things where I had to forgive a lot of things in this area. You know what I mean? I had to forgive relationships that went wrong. I had to forgive a lot of things in this area, man, because we think we know what sex is. We think we know what this energy is, and we use it in the wrong way. You know, having kid after kid after kid and not knowing really what we're doing, you know what I mean? And understanding that this physical world, this world that we live in, we don't live on earth, we live in a world, right? Earth is earth, but we live inside a world like a womb. This universe is like a big womb, and it's fertile. And when you have this energy harnessed and you're flowing with it, everything that you put into the physical world, where you speak it, where you do something physically, you know what I mean? As a man thinketh, so he liveth. It manifests. But you got to be able to surrender. You got to be able to surrender, right? And to surrender is to understand what that is. It's the removal of all thought and all emotion completely. To allow the gate to open. All right. To allow the gate to open. And when you could do this, man, I'm telling you, your life will change. Your life will change. Sexual energy to me too also, man, was one of the trickiest things because it has a way of making you feel a certain way, right? It makes you feel good to have an orgasm, or, you know what I mean, to bust one, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? But to know that the female presence as divine feminine is there, and divine masculine, is all you need to understand for now. You know, if you're single and you're searching for a partner, trust me, man, listen to me. Focus on the energy. Because you're going to notice when you start working with this energy that it's the female aspect of things if you're a man, or the male aspect of things if you're female, that you're attracting. It's not the character that's playing that role. I mean, what I mean is I have say 20 girls around me at work or in my life, right? And I'm focused on the divine feminine aspect of the energy. I'm not focused on Norma or Amanda or Felicia or whoever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not focused on these women. It's the energy that's within them, because it's connected to all women, right? It's like the strand, like one pillar of the DNA code, right? And the male's the other aspect. But you create with this. You're constantly creating back and forth with this energy. And you gotta understand is that if you could focus on that, if you could focus on that energy, you could create at will. You could create a new world. I'm being honest when I say that. You create a new world, a new reality. And I've been noticing my character that I created for this reality, right? The person I pursue when the mask I put on when I go to work, or the mask I put on when I'm with my family, or anything. I noticed the role changed because the heart space is different. It's starting to recognize the energies of everything. Because when you start understanding divine masculine, divine feminine in the sexual essence, it doesn't mean that it's lust always. It's just an unconditional love, a creation of love, a flow of love that's given not just to a physical woman or man. It's also given to earth. It's given to the universe. It's given to the birds, the bees, the animals, the plants. You start seeing it in everything. You start seeing how how life just creates itself, how it's conscious with you, how it's alive with you. And at every single moment, man, you're not alone. This is one very, very, very testing moment for me. I have 1 year left on parole, right? When I pursued this, it wasn't the fact that I knew I could do it, which I know anything's possible. I wasn't putting myself down to failure. But I had to really discipline myself, really try, and start over again. You see, I was locked up 4 years, right, on a 5-year sentence. So before that, it was the last time I had sex, right? So I've been now, and I still haven't been with nobody. But that's by choice. Not that I can't. I've had plenty of opportunities, trust me. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you get called to stand, when you get called to change your life, when you get called to be obedient, to surrender, to be the example that the creator of all exists. You create a better version of yourself. First, though, in everything, you gotta get the heart right. Right, you gotta get the heart right. Get the lungs right. Start learning how to breathe with the creator. Start learning how to get that rhythm. Right, the heart and the lungs. You know what I'm saying? Try to get those to work together. And then the mind comes, and then, you know, of course, it all falls into place. You know what I'm saying? It could go in any order for you, but what I'm getting at, though, man, is if you're being called to do something in this walk, focus on yourself. And by focus on yourself, understand what's going on in your mind. Like, what are the thoughts you're thinking? What's the emotions you're feeling? Which ones are overpowering the mind that you can't get it away from it, because you built that energy so strong that you need to break it, right? You need to release it. You need to surrender it. focus on that and work on it, and don't give up. It's not easy, of course, but with practice, this is just all practice. This is, for me, it's practice still. I don't know everything, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm talking about right now, who knows, in a year from now, like, this whole conversation will be completely different. But my truth is only for what I know from experience. That's it. I don't know what you've been through, but that's your truth. That's what you know. But you got this. And just know that I love you and I'm proud of you, man. Just keep going, keep pushing. But with that, I see you. Love and light.